Hello, folks. Hope you're all right. Just something to go through here that I thought would be interesting to have a quick look at. This is the Relationship Education LGBT Content, Peter Dowd in the chair in Westminster Hall at 4:30 p.m. on the 18th of March. So we're going back a couple of weeks. Now, this is in response to, you should be able to see the screen, is in response to a couple of petitions, one that wasn't pro some stuff and one that was pro. So you've got those two petitions came to Parliament, and then Parliament is asked to respond because it's 10,000 they'll respond, but 100,000 it'll get debated in the House. So this is essentially what happened. You've got some very confused people involved in this. I'm not going to read it all out because there's no point, right? But Paul Bloomfield here, as I thank the honourable member for the way in which he has introduced the debate, which made more powerful by sharing his own experience. So his own experience, according to him, is that when he was at school, I want to share a little of my own story. I was at school before mandatory RSE and certainly before LGBTQ plus inclusive relationships. Now, this is a guy called Elliot Coburn, right? Elliot Coburn, there he is there, is 31 years old. I checked. Look, 31, right? Okay. Which means that when he was at school and when he came out, it was 2010 or thereabouts, right? It says he came out very young, as you can see there. Yep. Right. But it doesn't make any sense to me. So what does it make any sense to you? Because he seems to have been having an experience that's not even true, right? So he says here, I want to make the case for why we should not go backwards and allow a return to the days of Section 28 and to make this positive case for an inclusive, age-appropriate RSE curriculum. I want to share a little of my own story. And then he says, I came out very early in my secondary school career at Carl Shorten Boys Sports College. Now, let's make the assumption here for a minute that he came out when he was 14, right? He's now 31, so that's 17 years later. So if we go back, it doesn't take Superman to work it out. He's talking about the mid-noughties. He says that if that had happened in the days of Section 28, I would, of course, have had to be turned away by my teachers and told to shut up about it. That's not even vaguely true. That is not even vaguely true. Councils were for it. Just makes me so angry that they've used this as a reason to essentially come back and say we're not going to do anything. And then what does he do? Oh, LGBT plus people like me. LGBT plus. And it keeps going, right? It keeps going about this teaching kids. And now we've got Paul Bloomfield, LGBTQ plus inclusive curricula. Do we, Paul? What exactly is LGBTQ plus inclusive curricula? There are many parents who'd like to know in specific detail what it is, and that's bloke from Sheffield Central. Then, it's just surreal. He says, this is back to Elliot, I will share a couple of quotes from some of these young people. One of them said, we need to be told more about LGBT. I'm a lesbian and growing up, I never knew you could have sexual diseases from the same activities until the age of 15 when I started myself. Right, okay. What? Another said, educate children on the LGBTQ community in same-sex relationships. There will be someone in each class that will be relevant to, and children should learn to be more accepting. Queer people have and always will exist, and children should be taught. Why are they talking to these people that don't even understand what they're talking about? They continually force team us, don't they? They continually do it. Okay, and then when we get further down, Nick, right? Nick Fletcher, who starts to get involved, and Nick, you will know, is very, very on top of all of this. He's well aware of what's going on, whereas the rest of them don't seem to be. And then we've got Lloyd Russell Moyle. Does the honourable gentleman agree that there is often a conflation between all the material an organisation might produce and the material that is used in school? Disney produces adult movies as well as children's movies. The children's movies have children's content. The adults' movies have adult content. An organisation might produce adult materials and children's materials. Just because an organisation produces a range of materials does not mean that it is evidence they are being used in schools. The evidence is what teachers are doing and what children are reporting, which is broadly positive. What Lloyd is failing to take into account here is that we live in the days of the internet. If that company goes in and they do not have their adult content behind a wall, the kids are going to look it up. It's absolutely, you see this stuff, it's unconscionable. They still don't get it. Right? So, and then Elliot Coburn comes up with this beauty. I will bring my remarks to an end by focusing on the societal change from the days of Section 28 to where we are now. Section 28 was the ban on the teaching or promotion of as it was called, LGBT plus issues. It was not. It was not. You weren't there. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. And they're using you to respond to a government consultation where people are seriously concerned about the damage that the TQ plus is doing to children. I absolutely despair. I'm absolutely fuming about this. But anyway, that's enough of my wittering. Go and have a look and see what you think. The links, as usual, are in the Dubras. I'm just mad as hell about it. I'll see you later.